What's going on? What's pop? My name's Evo, and today we're doing another fast tutorial thing, and you're gonna see it like a little magic trick. Look, watch the snap. Watch the snap. It's not loud enough. Hold on. Let me just clap. Oh, and there it is, that beautiful text tutorial. Yeah. Let's just get right into it. So if we start off with, creating our new tab, file, new, 3000 by 1000. At least that's what I'm custom to the Twitter header recommended size. Hold on, it went into the wrong thing. I'm accustomed to this. I like working on this. This is my dear position of what I want to do. But what we're going to do first is we're going to go right onto Dafont.com. When you get to Dafont.com, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the little search bar and we're going to look up Arista or something like that. It's just some weird name, but it's a nice font for like this cartoonish, publish style that we're going to go for. But let's just download that real quick. It's nice. Dafont.com is a really nice place to get all my fonts. I get all my fonts from here. I find it nice. You could get most of them there unless you're making it by yourself, but there's tons of different themes you could go through: Arabic, Fire Ice, Comic, Groovy. There's tons of different ones. There's even trash, but there's tons of different ones. I would recommend go to the site. I'll leave in the description. But anyway, so right after you download that, you just press this little file. It's the zip file, and it's gonna open up all these different options for you, and you could just download every single one. But you just download the regular one and press install. That's all we're looking for. So then we're gonna jump right back over to Photoshop. It should automatically be already on your already on it in up here. See, I already have it used because I was using it. But what we're gonna do is just start creating our text. I'm gonna do different ones. So what we're gonna do is start off with a T. Press a check mark. Then you go to your blended options, and we're gonna first start off with the stroke. We want a stroke to be a nice pink. Let's just go with like that. Here's the hex code or whatever if you want to use it, but that's just a decent pink. Resize it up to a pretty decent size. We'll go back into it. I forgot to mention that we're gonna make it the stroke at least around 12. A little bulky stroke you have. So then we're gonna increase the size a little bit. Not so shabby. Then we're gonna do Control J. Amount of times for like the letter of text that you're using it for. So I'm using tutorials which is 8 letters. Oops, math. So I'm just gonna copy it 8 times, but it's pretty obvious. And just like so. Then we're gonna go back and just start changing every single one to what you need. Let's start with this T. If you press Control H, so make sure you have this on, show transform controls at all times. Make sure you have it. And if you don't see it, still even after you have this on, press Control H, it'll pop it up. But anyway, we're just gonna zoom in if I want. If you don't know, zoom in is Control Alt with the scroll wheel, and you can zoom in pretty easily. But anyway, we're just gonna rotate it and a little bit to the left. Do it the way you want it, but this is how I'm going to do it for the tutorial. But anyway, we're going to take the next one. I want the U to be under the T for this, so I'm going to drag it under this T so it looks like a little overlay. I'm going to size it down just a little bit, and we're going to turn to the right. Then we're going to drag our the next T. Throw it under real quick. I want this one on top, the U on top of this one, and we're gonna not size this up, but just turn it a little bit again. Actually, I'm gonna size it up a little bit. now what I'm going to do is we're just going to continue this process. Whoever you think looks good, just keep turning it back and forth. And I'll speed it up a little bit to show you. And we're going to just get done. I'll meet you back when I finish moving every single one back and forth. So the next thing we're going to do with this is I'm going to put all the text into one group, and I'm going to create a new layer under this, and we're going to take this purple brush and just fill in some areas to make it look like it's 3D. So see right here, so you're going to fill in this look right there. You got to fill that in, just make it look like it. And then over here, see how there's a little opening? You can make it look like it's a little 3D for if you put the brush on the right area. So if I make it a little thicker right there, it looks like the brush is going back. So it makes it sort of look like it's a 3D object, I guess you could say. So it might be a little tedious, but it looks pretty nice if you finish it or do it correctly. After we finish that, we're going to move on to making this a little smaller part, I guess you could say, a little smaller text, if you please. It's nothing big. You could even do this again with more text on top of it, but for this, it's not really that important. So what I'm going to do is just make another text, name it text, do the same method. Check out the folder if I don't want it to be in there. Blending options, stroke. Let's turn down the stroke this time, so it's like about 5. That works. That looks nice for this one. And let's get another. Looks like a blue or so. See that? That looks decent. And we're going to take this text, and we're going to just. Oops. Let's stretch it. Just turn it just a little bit to match the T. Like so. Alright, next thing we're going to jump into is we're going to add some hearts onto this object. At least you don't have to, but I think it looks a little cool if you do it. So if you go onto this little thing, you can probably say rectangle tool or ellipse tool, press custom shape and click your shapes up in here, and there'll be tons of different ones you can use. What we're going to do is take this little heart tool and we're going to shift while you open it so it gets a personal heart. And like that, like so. We're going to do the same exact thing. Blending options, stroke. We're going to make it that color overlay. Make sure color overlay is white. Our stroke, let's just have it on maybe 6. Yeah, 6 would work. Or I'm going to just throw it up top up here. Turn to the right a little bit, like so. We're going to drag, make another one, turn a little bit this way, and we'll throw it over here. Just like so. That looks good. And next what we're going to do is add a little gradient. And I should have done this at the start, but it might not look the best. We're just going to try it out and see what it looks like. It might look decent, but you go to your stroke, gradient, and it pops up. But you probably have to change it because I had this preset already. So you just click on this and you can click the color you want, or then you click on this one, you click another color, and you change the directions between this angle, like here. So I could change it to go to the bottom to like that. But I personally like that angle a little bit, so like it looks like it's coming from the text, because this goes. But then what we're gonna do is, so to make this easier for me, I'm just gonna copy layer style, and then you're just gonna go through all of them and paste this layer style on top of it to make it looks like it's changing colors from that text up top. So after you paste it all on all the text, we're going to go to that one layer that you did to make it look 3D, and we're going to add blended options and a little gradient style on it, so it makes the blue up top a little bit. It looks a little disorientated, but it makes it go with that more. And then see, it looks a little pops out. It looks a little different on the shade, but it should be fine. It's nothing too harsh. It works out. We're gonna actually just make it the blue that we're using. Change it to about let's say about 12, and we're just going to place like polka dots around it. You don't really have to do this step, but like I think it looks as a nice touch to the object. But anyway, we're going to go to stroke, but this time we're going to change it to color, and we're going to make it the solid blue. Then we're going to take color overlay and change it to white, and we're going to also change the stroke to about 3, 4-ish, maybe even 2. I think 3 will work fine for it. The next, what we're going to do is under it, don't add this layer, click shift and click at the bottom one, make a group. Then what we're going to do to that group is right click, blending options. We're going to add a drop shadow onto it. I have a 6, 3, 20, 57 if you want to copy that personally. 90 black. And then we're going to add a stroke. This stroke is going to be white. And we're going to make it about maybe even about 15. Maybe even higher. I'm going to increase the drop shadow just a little bit so I can see it. So it's about 8, and we're going to turn it back down, that drop shadow. So that looks like a little cartoon sticker thing. This is how it is without the polka dots, and this is with the polka dots. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave it down in the comments. I'll try to answer them, do my best. If you have any recommendations that you want to know, and I'll probably make a video over it. But this is Real, the outro.